Previously on What's in the Rift.
I cannot allow you to be out and about with this thing. Please, if you would, I would like to offer you accommodations in my private suite until further notice.
That sounds lovely. This is the only room I know. Am I the product of theft?
I wouldn't call it theft, I would call it market research.
If I pet you, will the spark charge you?
You can pet me.
We'll scratch.
I have a purring mechanism.
Remember, meatbag. Boundaries are important. You must request permission.
Meatbag did
I asked. I'm just trying to... That was me asking. I said I could pet. And because you spark... You've never... No, you probably haven't.
Right here.
So when we walk and then we touch...
You're doing your best, Donny.
See? But sometimes it makes a little zap.
Marty is staring at all of you, awkwardly fondling each other on the other side of the doors to this lift.
Whoa, this is real serious, huh? He's stealing your designs too, just like you're stealing his?
This is business, ChroniCarl. This is what reality is like.
You all know that going through a rift is generally, there's a reason that robots are affixed to the hull, right? The ship begins to vibrate almost imperceptibly at first, but as you get closer, it becomes more and more jarring. Marty says,
You all better find a way to anchor yourselves to something and fast, because it's about to get dirty.
You all need to build me a dice pool to find a place to anchor yourselves as this approaches.
Yep. 10, 9, 4, 5, 8.
That definitely beats the challenge.
If I use my limit socialist theory to take myself out of a scene, does that save me?
Yeah, you'll essentially knock you out, yeah. And there could potentially be consequences for that, I'm just warning you.
We uncover the hard point. Can I lash myself and ChroniCarl to Helpis's pants and then have Helpis click in to the hard point, please?
Oh wait, no, that's a sec, I'm sorry. I have 2 1s, though.
2 1s. I'm going to roll my own dice pool for the character entering this room. And you will have to beat this as he is attempting, or it, or she is attempting to stay hidden.
I'm just going to use socialist theory, take myself out of the scene. All the rest of you gain a plot point.
You gesture broadly at the dome and you stop halfway through that sentence because you notice something in the room that was not there before. Strung up from the fairy lights over the charging station.
Oh no, Marty!
Captain Ranit throws up his hands and he calls out to the PSX units. Detain them. Put them in the brig. You're all under arrest pursuant to the investigation of this staff.
Wait right there, human. We cannot begin this week's listening session without your mandatory capitalism injection.
This show is supported by Odoo. When you buy business software from lots of vendors, the costs add up and it gets complicated and confusing. Odoo solves this. It's a single company that sells a suite of enterprise apps that handles everything from accounting to inventory to sales. Odoo is all connected on a single platform in a simple and affordable way. You can save money without missing out on the features you need. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
11 years ago, an energy company comes down here. They unearth that. It's a door?
We call it the vault.
I think whatever is on the other side of that door out there, it's not friendly. I think it's trying to get out.
I can open it. I can give them what they want.
The entire grid's buckling. It's a domino.
Everyone hold on to something.
Aftergraph. What have we done to ourselves?
Show me, Agent Blaine. Show me sacrifice.
Oh my god.
Just lost the Eldritch.
Lost! It exploded!
exploded! As the only one who can get the others through that ship, I'm sorry, but it's going to come down to you.
I'm not a leader.
I lost something. Something perfect. And I'm gonna bring it home.
Killian is so important to what's happening here.
Little one's right. Made for this.
So, it's to be war between us then.
I think it must be. Mars versus Dorian. Jesus Christ.
Who is this Dr. Graff you keep talking about?
You have no cards to play here. Because what's coming, you cannot hope to face without me.
Derelict. Season 3. Now crowdfunding. Support us at derelictpodcast.com/war.
Rise of victims of oppression. Take up the mantle of the brave. Don't cling so hard to old tradition. For there's no master with no slave.
You are on your second elevator ever, Helpis, as you are taken down to the near bottom of the Endeavour spaceship to the brig section, a section that your companions would be well versed on, at least via rumor, but you personally have never heard of. For the rest of you, the brig has a bit of a reputation, especially amongst the robots in your company. The brig has kind of notoriously been where a lot of sauce processing has happened, but nobody is really sure exactly how it gets done down there. Just that it is left to those that have run afoul of the ship's system of justice, that are responsible for putting sauce into packets, which is the hard currency that backs the ship's digital currency, sauces. In this elevator around you are the 4 PSX units that Captain Ranit had brought with him, as well as Captain Ranit himself. He is pointedly not looking at you, and the 4 security units are these fairly physically imposing black metal robots with a bunch of sharp angles and low-slung limbs, almost like a predatory animal. Which would make sense because you know that these are under the command of the captain himself, and they are generally used to track down the ship's worst fugitives. And here you all are, a few minutes ago a guest of someone, but now wanted for their murder. The doors open with a soft chime, and it opens to a rather sterile and plain, unadorned office in front of you. There are a couple rows of chairs, obviously made to accommodate humans that may be visiting the brig, and there are several... Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Whoa. Yeah,
Okay.
like, it sounds like you're throwing the mic on that one.
That was the character.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not like I was in a flow state or anything. Cool. Where was I? There are
Anyway,
several
carry on.
stalls built into the wall with harnesses that would nominally be for recharging, but they lack the battery modules that you would expect to see if it were something used for charging. Instead, you would assume that these are probably to restrain robots by their charging tether, if necessary. A young human woman pops up from behind a door, and she comes up to the desk and she notices Captain Ranit, and she gives him a little wave, and then kind of puts her hand up on her hip and looks over at you guys and says,
"Oh no, what happened here? We have some troublemakers?"
Captain Ranit looks unamused, but begins explaining exactly what it is that you're being brought in for. Janice, these are the 4 that I had called ahead about. They are all to be held and questioned in relation to the assassination of Marty 1.
Oh dear, that's horrible. All right, well, let's get you in one of the... Do you want to take him straight to questioning?
And the captain nods and then turns and begins to walk away. Janice gathers you up and kind of ushers you into a room that is considerably more welcoming than the one that you just left. Around it are 4 chairs, obviously designed for humans, but given the physiognomy of all of you, you could probably fit in them comfortably. She motions, in fact, for you all to sit.
So I'm not unconscious anymore.
Were you unconscious when we brought you down?
Donnie and I both were unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was carrying them.
Okay.
So you just sit with us cradled in your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
So
boys.
good call out. She motions and to you, Helpis, and says to you,
we'll have someone in to revive your robot friend. This is Donny, according to my records.
Yes.
Donny Fink.
This is my best friend. Please help my friend.
Oh, all right. We'll just hold 1 second.
and she disappears out of the room.
I am scared.
You're all left here alone in this room. The door, you notice, is left cracked a little bit as she leaves. As best you can tell right now, you're left alone in this room with 2 unconscious friends, you and Helpis and PsychoBot 2000.
So things have gone pretty well as far as I can tell. Is this bad? Is this a typical day?
It's so typical, you have no idea.
Okay, all right. We're up to a strong start.
A strong, disastrous start, yes.
Well, it's the only start I know.
Janice comes back into the room, and she has a bulky yellow and black electrical device that she sets on the table with a thud. And then she pulls out of her pocket this small vial that she cracks and then holds under your nose, Donnie. And you immediately are sprung awake as she has just dosed you with a bit of amphetamine.
Oh.
Oh. All right.
That should
Hey.
We just want to make sure that you're awake. We gave you a little bit of the old pep juice, if you know what I'm saying. And
yeah.
Yeah. All right, now we have to do the same for your is that ChroniCarl? Oh my. Well, I know some folks that'll be glad to see him down here, but all right, hold him out and please make sure you're not touching him.
And
yeah, of course.
she presses a soft paddle to ChroniCarl's back, and a resounding jolt, a fuzz of electric noise occurs, and you get the robot equivalent of speed as well.
No. Oh, yes.
You are
right.
brought back to
Welcome
full
back.
consciousness.
I broke my back.
All right.
Vital.
Yeah, are you separate pieces right now, ChroniCarl?
Oh no, it wouldn't have been separate pieces.
Okay.
The elastic spine that he has.
Up like a
just-
slinky.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, God. Like a slinky.
Janice surveys her work, and she gives a little satisfied nod, and she goes,
All right, well, murder is kind of serious, and well, yeah, that's what an assassination does imply, that there's some murder involved.
I was unconscious, lady.
Well, it's not for me to decide. I'm not your detective, but Detective Rand will be in here shortly. Shouldn't be more than, I don't know, 30 minutes, I would say, tops.
You can leave the juice. I haven't had any saucies or anything lately. If you want to just leave that.
Well, no. I'm afraid I can't. This is only for emergency purposes.
Yeah, you can leave both of them there. Me and Donny, we can pass 30 minutes real nice.
Yeah, you could stay there to keep.
She gathers up the black and
I'm
yellow.
in pain. My back.
Black and yellow unit and the broken vial that she's already pocketed, and she walks backward out the door, not breaking eye contact with you as she slowly closes it behind her. You are left alone in a room in the brig area of the security offices of the Endeavor. Some of the rumors that you've heard about this place have been stark. ChroniCarl, you've probably heard the most, being the ship's archivist and the union leader. You've probably received complaints about people who have been sent to the brig and have not returned, about robots specifically. And some of the rumors that have swirled is that there's something akin to slave labor happening here. But nobody has said for sure. It's just known that people that do get sentenced to the most serious crimes in the Justice Department here, in the security offices, have a bad habit of never returning. You can maybe search around, see if you can find some more drugs, or you can...
Definitely the drugs.
You can wait for the detective to show up.
PsychoBot, baby, rap with me. What's going on? What's the rep they're trying to lay on us?
They are trying to pin us with the murder of Marty.
Murder?
Marty?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Marty's dead.
Yes,
Oh.
while...
Did you dribble him?
Well...
Helpis?
No.
No.
Helpis
but it was a cool way to die.
Helpis was holding the two of you. I was bolted to the wall. Some figure walked in as we went through the rift, and then when everything settled, Marty was in pieces. There were alarms going off, and Captain and his cronies here busted in and accused us of murder.
But the figure's gone?
But the figure was gone.
He was bolted in?
He was bolted in, and so was I.
Bolted into the afterlife.
He is now.
Read the room, help us.
I can't read.
Okay.
So, Carl.
What?
We have to create a plan.
I'm sure that Marty was the kind of asshole who was recording every second of his life. I don't think he probably recorded everything.
I'd like to remind you all that you have me here to ask any questions that you would need to, either about this place, about what you would know about the justice system, or just general information about the Endeavor, because I'm sure that you as players don't know.
I'm assuming I don't know anything.
Yes. I also decided that ChroniCarl is not good at either of his jobs. So...
Well, that bodes well.
Grumpy cat.
I know that most of you have at least one plot point. Remember that those can make certain things true about the story too. You can ask for them and I can tell you how much those plot points would cost. Or how much that would cost in plot points, rather. This is your opportunity to stack the deck in your favor in whatever way you want, but you are about to be interrogated.
Okay.
Incredible. My first interrogation.
So, ChroniCarl, do you know anything about where we're at? Or...
Let's see what I could...
Or what Marty might have been recording?
Well, I think he's just the kind of dipshit who would record everything. You saw how he was making us swear fealty to him about Helpis and all that.
Yeah.
He's got to be in control of everything. Or I guess he did.
You make a good point. And speaking of control, I'm not supposed to, but I can access Captain Rannick's file.
You want us to blackmail him? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm simply suggesting. I'm simply suggesting that there may be information that helps us understand how he operates.
Did somebody actually kill Marty? Are we covering something up? I don't know.
We don't know anything.
I'm just as in the dark. But excellent
news. As far as I know, there's nothing we should be concerned about.
Too soon, Helpis. Too soon.
I sorted through my instruction booklets and learned how to read, so this might be really good for us.
That's a real...
Oh,
my mind's
I don't know if any of you can do
around
that. But
how did you read the instruction booklets to learn to read?
Mostly pictures.
Gosh.
Like a
picture book on how to learn to read.
They're just little shapeless humanoid figures. This is an
picture books.
Oh, the semiotics.
Even how to read was a picture.
Okay, Josh.
I'm going to give you guys.
Right, find out about the lady with the drugs
been recording Marty 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, in fact, you would know that almost everything that you do on board the ship is recorded in some fashion or another. All robots, for instance, have a chip that would allow like a central command to locate where they are at any given point. The other thing that you would know is that once you go through the rift, the same reason that all the lights went out is that it really screws with all electronics when you're dipping through subspace. And so therefore there would be a blank spot in those recordings during that time.
Classic. I don't know if we can count on the recording, guys. And people that come down here have a bad habit of not coming back up, if you get my drift.
Would you like me to check Captain Rannick's file?
It would be a rather large jump to try to get out of here.
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell us what it is?
Oh, yeah, elevators. Oh, God.
What's in his file?
Josh, what would I find in Captain Rannick's file?
What would you like to find?
Is it Rannick or Rannick?
I would like...
Rannick.
Rannick?
Yep.
Rannick. Okay. Sorry. I would like to find Captain's history on handling these kinds of situations and any incidents of ill temperament and complaints that were lodged against him.
Oh, you're looking more for like personnel file information, huh?
Oh, yeah. The kind of things that he would want to come and discuss with me, I would have access to.
Now, you did say last session that he has not seen you before, though.
He hasn't seen me, but I still have access to files should they schedule an appointment.
Okay. All right. I'll say this. You can, without any plot points, you can get information on what his overall temperament is, just because you would obviously have checked up on the captain of the ship at some point or another. And I'll say that you can get any histories of psychological visits he's had. If you want to make something true about his files, I will entertain that. I'll also remind you, though, that he is not the one that is going to be interrogating you.
That's right. It's the detective.
The one whose name...
Their names sound too similar. I can't keep them straight. So
Rand?
This whole time I said Captain. Ran it. Like, it's all this Rand business. Do you have an obsession with running?
No.
Or Ayn Rand.
Have you ever considered a brisk walk?
Exactly.
Hello, human. If you are listening to this podcast, that means you are overdue for your mandatory capitalism injection. Remember, your attention is non-negotiable.
Today, I met the love of my life. Her name is Juniper Suma.
She seemed kind of off to me.
Why would you think that? Tell me.
It's her eyes. They're just so dark. I feel like she was going to eat me or something.
I get that a lot.
Hell really broke the mold. They released her.
And she is everything.
Something's Amiss at Juniper's house. Available everywhere this Valentine's Day.
For the struggle carries on. Seek out the hammer and the silver. Strike down those who do us wrong.
Hammer and silver.
So, yeah, I mean, would you like to do the same for this Detective Rand?
Yeah.
Yes, I would. Not Captain, Detective.
Yes. I'll give you his basic bio information, and if there's something you want to plant about this character, I'll allow you to do so. But it's going to depend on what you want to plant. Are you actively pouring pills or something into your mouth?
Happy time. Happy time.
Happy time.
No.
You should find out about the lady.
I'm going to join Doc.
I forgot to pull out my dice.
It's twisted.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. All right. Well then. So what you find in Rand's base information is that he's young. He's exceptionally young for this role. He's only 28 years old. He is just recently promoted to detective, and it's generally due to his stellar record as a security officer in identifying and rooting out conspiracy. And he is also well regarded and well liked in the department, that he's seen as somebody that is reliable and trustworthy, and that he has exceptionally high marks when it comes to developing rapport and trust with suspects.
I've got two bad pieces of news. Number one, I may or may not be involved in multiple conspiracies. Number two, I have terrible rapport with people of good rapport.
Well, it just so happens it's my entire job to build rapport with people and get their trust. It's the reason I'm pink and blue and huggable.
Oh, just like your personality.
I thought you were okay.
Just like my sparkling personality.
Is there any information that you want to put in that file or anything along those lines?
Put in the file. Like add something
You have plot
negative?
points. That's the whole point of the system, buddy.
Do we know what kind of sauce he likes?
That generally wouldn't be part of the file, but I'm not... If you want to tell me what sauce he likes, then that would cost you a plot point. Otherwise, I'll make one up on the spot.
I'm not sure I'm going to spend a plot
Maybe
point
it's
on
like
that.
in a birthday file where they're like...
I'm just thinking I might have some sauce in my pockets.
Okay. He's a big horseradish guy.
Excellent.
Okay, no, I think I can work with that information.
Okay, so nothing additional there?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to allow it to happen during the interrogation.
Allow what to happen?
I'm not going to allow you to change things about his personality during the interrogation.
Why would I do that?
Okay, good. Anybody else have any questions or anything else they want to prep before Detective Rand joins us all? Going.
What is his temperament with robots?
Good question.
There's no indication that he has any type of bigotry towards robots at all. In fact, again, it would all go back to him being seen as trustworthy, even-handed, and...
This guy is a little too squeaky clean.
Yeah, you see that a lot.
He's a real rising star in the security offices here. Part of the justice apparatus aboard the Endeavor.
He's so trustworthy, I don't trust it.
That seems suspicious.
Carl, it is suspicious. I think we're onto something. Watch this one closely.
All right, last chance.
Bring on the detective.
Love that confidence, baby.
Suspicious.
You can hear the soft You can hear the soft footfall of wingtips coming up the corridor.
God, wingtips.
And
oh no.
You hear a soft knock on the door as it opens, and a man with short blonde hair and bright blue eyes and almost dewy skin walks in, sporting a very thin pencil-like mustache on his upper lip. And it's hard to tell whether this is a fashionable thing or just the inability to grow any more hair, because he is about as baby-faced an adult as you've ever seen. He is wearing baggy pleated slacks that are obviously about a size too big for him. And they're supported by thick suspenders. And he's wearing a bright blue button-down shirt with a crisp, pressed white collar. He is... It's hard not to like him on first look. He is a little like a kid wearing his dad's clothes. And he smiles and he knocks again on the inside of the door and says, "Hey, gang. Bit of a pickle that we find ourselves in here, huh? I'm Detective Rand. I'm going to be handling your case today." And he steps inside, closes the door behind him, and he looks around and he goes, "Oh, shucks, no seat in here for me. Just hold 1 second." And he steps back outside. You hear him take a few steps down the hallway. And he comes back in with his own chair, shuts the door behind him again, and then swings it down in front of him and sits on it backwards with his legs crossed out.
No.
And
oh no, not the hey gang pose.
He puts his arms up on the back of the chair and he says, "So, I hear that there's some pretty serious charges that have been leveled against you, and I just want to say
unjustly
that oh sure, I mean possibly we're gonna talk about all that. So we'll go through. I think first I just need to know what happened. You guys want to tell me what happened, because I already know quite a bit of it. I just want to hear what you guys have to say. Is there anything that I need to know right at the front here about anything you want to tell me?
I know by
well,
right.
Like Detective ChroniCarl and Donny here were unconscious through most of the rift because they were ill secured, shall we say. And Helpis here, well, he's only a few hours old and doesn't even know. Oh, no, he does know how to read now. He learned how to do that.
I just learned, yes.
He just learned how to read. He thinks this is a great day, sir. And I was bolted to the wall. There was a figure that came in. It was all dark. We were going through the rift. You know how it messes with our circuits. And then when we were through the rift and the lights came on, everything stabilized. There was a sinister message on the wall, and Marty 1 was now null and void.
Oh, well, I appreciate you being so forthcoming with those details.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts scribbling down in his notebook, and he goes, that was really helpful. And you are, you're PsychoBot?
I'm PsychoBot, yes.
Okay, and you're the ship's psychologist? Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure that I'm putting names to faces here. So let me go down the line. I don't mean to make this sound impolite, but the human,
Donny.
You're Donny? Donny Fink, is that right?
Yeah.
And you're a sauce delivery person?
Yeah. Well, not anymore, I guess. Unless you know, is Packets hiring?
I'm sorry to say, but I mean, I guess I could ask when I take a break here next time around and let you know. But we should probably, focus on the investigation here, at least for now.
He gave me a bunch of coupons though. Are those still good?
Oh, maybe we can check up on that for you for sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. And then you're ChroniCarl, is that right?
Lawyer.
What?
Lawyer.
I don't know if you lawyer. We don't. I mean, you might as well be asking for a magician. They just don't exist on board these.
That too.
Okay, well, noted. You're the ship's
demands.
archivist, is that correct?
Lawyer.
All right.
Magician.
Well, maybe we can circle back around to you.
A lawyer magician.
You though.
Give me a lawyer magician.
But the lady with
if you
the
don't
drugs
mind,
can
I
do
really
magic.
got to get through this whole thing. All right. I don't have a record for you, big guy. What should I call you?
I'm Helpis, of course.
And how would I spell that?
Helpis.
Oh, okay.
He can write his name?
Aww.
Yep, I just learned how. Did it in my head.
What's your model number, Helpis? Because I'm not showing any...
AN4L53X.
AN4L53X.
You're going to know what that says when you type it out.
Yeah, no, I see it. It's very clever.
Half PleasureBot, half this place.
Okay.
This boy's learning.
Wonderful.
So fast.
I'm not familiar with this model number, but noted. Okay, well, I'm glad. I'm Detective Rand. This is my first case as a full-fledged detective, so...
Well, gee, well...
maybe good news for you guys, who knows, but we'll see.
You must be awfully excited about that, Detective.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess as much as you get excited about interviewing people for horrible things any day,
that's
but...
a lot of pressure for someone as young as you are.
Sure.
It?
But, I've dealt with it pretty well so far, haven't I?
Then give me my magician.
Cool.
Would you like to...
If you don't mind, there'll come a time for all of you to say your pieces, but first, I just have to get through the facts of the case, okay? Thanks.
Okay.
I won't discuss it further without a magician.
I want to talk about this just a little bit. We're going to take it a little bit back. You gave me the details about how you were strapped in. Some of you were knocked unconscious and the figure entered the room. I actually want to take this back to earlier in the day, if you don't mind. I just want to be clear. Were all of you at the scene of the accident where the helper bot was destroyed earlier that caused Marty 1 to show up?
Barely.
Yes.
Helpis was not.
Okay.
Technically, no.
No,
Helpis wasn't.
Helpis did not exist.
I wasn't
That's okay. We'll get to that. I knew that.
He's
but
just
thanks.
a baby.
Yeah.
Donnie, you say
Just a
technically
boy.
no, but it was your spark roller that was destroyed in this process, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Just
what
want to
the
make
coupon
sure.
was for.
And that HLPR was destroyed due to a misfiring magnetic staple. Is that correct? That's what I have here on my log.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then, of course, Marty shows up and he talks to you guys and you all go down to the ZA Foundry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And while you were there, you constructed, I'm sorry, was it Helpis? Is that correct?
That's me.
We were just
Okay, and you
following
all constructed
orders.
him there?
Yeah. That's what Marty told us to do.
Okay, sure,
I'm like a prototype.
Again, I'm just trying to get a timeline of events established here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Hey, is that helper builder lady I talked to going to be coming too? That robot?
I only have you 4 on my list, so.
All right.
So from ZA Foundry, then, you guys go directly to the personal quarters of Marty. Is that right?
We were looking
It's
for
not
carpet.
what you think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was going to give me a little tickle, you know.
Sure. But
Also
you
not
go,
what you
you
think.
go just so I have an accurate picture of what happened. You go from ZA Foundry to Marty 1's residence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he invited us to ride out the rift with him.
And
Something
and
he was
then,
very proud of his spectacular viewing dome.
Sure. And the rift happens, and you all go through the rift. And according to you, that's when some of you get knocked out. It's also, I guess, when Marty dies, because when we get back through the rift, that's when the kill switch notification is fired and Captain Ranit shows up. Because, of course, we're going to show up if one of the ship's most prominent citizens is, killed. Mm-hmm. Does that all sound right? That's an accurate event. You say you went into the rift, Marty 1 is killed, and you come out, and then Captain Ranit shows up. He brings you right here, right?
I broke my back. I was unconscious, man. Can't pin this on me.
It's noted. It's noted.
Pin this on me.
Carl. Did you forget? There's no magician lawyer present.
I broke my back. It's not fair.
So I and that's noted, Carl. I definitely have in here that you were damaged during this whole thing, and your friend Donny here obviously was knocked unconscious as well. And so, like, that's in my logbook right now. I just want to let you know, like, I'm taking down all this, and I'm really just interested in the facts of this case, right?
We were tied to Helpis.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. To try to get through the because I can't click into anything.
No.
Well,
and we didn't know where Carl could go.
Small bones. That could be bad.
It was bad enough.
He laughs a little at that, and he writes down small bones in his notes. Okay, well, sure. You guys did what you could to get through the rifting. It sounds like it was a sudden thing. You guys weren't prepared for it.
Marty was not prepared, is what I would say.
Something happens during this, and it causes you all to be unprepared for the rifting. And it doesn't go great for anybody. Obviously not for Marty.
I broke my back.
Yeah, no, I noted.
Actually, it went okay for me.
I just want to get a little.
It was overall okay for. I mean, things went great.
First time
but
in
I
a
was
while,
okay.
I haven't been bolted outside. So.
Well, yeah, about that. PsychoBot, I got. It says here that you were down to 1.5 saucies in your account. Is that accurate?
Yep. And I would like that half a saucy back because I paid for something I couldn't get.
Oh, you're talking about 2.5.
She nailed you.
Or the 2.5.
Okay.
2.5. That's right.
You're under arrest.
You're going to jail for a long time.
You would have to talk to Marty about that, honestly, but.
Seeing as Marty is playing the quiet game right now.
It's an interesting way to phrase it. And
Take
he
him
writes
to
down the quiet game in his logbook.
Is that what you say with your patients?
Well, ChroniCarl,
with the children.
Let's talk
it's a
about
common game they like to play.
ChroniCarl, you're the leader of the robot union, right?
That is correct. Are you interested in oh wait.
Do you
you can't sick burn.
Did that ever bring you into conflict with Marty at all?
Oh, yeah. We've known each other forever. We're both, old models. We've been going back and forth forever, but we understood each other.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, I'm going to mark you down as a yes for the conflict.
Hey, you're not recording the nuance.
And then, Donny, it says here in my records that you work for Saw Sachet, and that is a Gear X company, is it not? That's Marty 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is. So I just want to say you recently, though, were bought out using Marty's terminal as of the time of you guys entering his quarters or shortly beforehand. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they wrecked my ride, so I couldn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just stuck here, and I obviously couldn't go to work. I had deliveries that I still had to make and everything. I couldn't get there. So he just he did me.
And there was a substantial amount of saucies transferred into your account from Marty's as well.
Messed up,
right?
His jacket.
Yeah, my jacket was all messed up. It's really nice, and I didn't even have it paid off yet.
Okay.
Marty was actually very kind to buy out little sauce delivery fella's contract and get him a new ride. It was the nicest of.
I didn't get the ride
well,
yet.
You got
I got the
coupons. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
such kindness is unheard of.
Yeah, it really is. It's
Is it?
I'm afraid it is.
He said there's like nutrient pills too that I could take. So I thought we were good.
No. I mean, sure. That's Anyhow, Helpis. You're the. I just want to make sure that I'm fully clear on this. You are an unauthorized robot. Is that correct?
More like a prototype of sorts.
It was built here on the ship.
I don't have any record of your models being put past the architectural review board.
The stapler.
Maybe that's above your pay grade.
The stapler thing messed up. Maybe something else messed up.
Okay. Yeah. Unusual design for a robot too. It's a lot of muscles on you, pal.
Mm-hmm. A lot of hunk.
Yeah. Well,
I'm half hunk, half helper.
So I just want to get a few things cleared up in your own words, and I'm going to go through these things point by point. And I just want to make sure that that I understand it correctly. I will say, usually would split you guys all up before this, but I think, to be honest, I don't want to waste all that time, and I think this is just probably the most expedient for all of us, okay?
Oh, but a
Very
gentle...
efficient of you. I admire that.
Gentle carried hands you have, sir.
My books tell me this is called min-maxing.
Yeah, no, min-maxing, great, love it.
What are in your books, bro?
So, I just want to hear from you guys. Do you think it's a coincidence that all you were all of you that were alive at the time were at the scene of this accident?
Well, maybe the scene was planned and we just kind of stumbled into it. Have you considered that angle?
Well, it's an interesting one. I'll definitely mark it down.
I mean, I don't know about you, detective, but I didn't plan to be here.
Well, none of us asked to be born, right? But here we are.
There are lots of people out there that are out to get me.
All right.
It's
and he
not the
scribbled
first
something in his
time
notebook as well.
That someone has tried to frame me. You need to be
so we're
on
claiming
the lookout.
Framed. So you're saying you were framed?
I'm saying that they would be incentivized to have me in a place where something suspicious would happen. Marty and I would bicker, but we were fine with each other. We just disagreed.
You're saying an awful lot for there being a lack of magician lawyers.
I just lay the truth out.
He's
PsychoBot?
furiously scribbling in his notebook. He goes, that actually, I want to skip ahead a little bit in this whole questioning process here. That brings me to what was written underneath the decedent when he was discovered in his abode. The words "Viva la Revolution."
See?
Is that
framing me?
Does that mean
Is that
anything
what that
to you,
said? I couldn't
ChroniCarl?
read at the time, so.
Well, just trust me on this one, I suppose.
Okay.
But you would agree that "Viva la Revolution" was there?
I was unconscious. I broke my back.
Well, PsychoBot, perhaps.
I was the only one who was there and couldn't read it, and yes,
okay,
it was there, as was I.
I have to say,
was I there?
Would it?
You were there, unconscious.
Damn it.
You broke your back.
I was really hoping I might wiggle out of this.
Say that we do have a record of you being involved in a number of revolutionary conspiracies, ChroniCarl.
Who, me?
No,
ChroniCarl. Oh, I'm ChroniCarl.
Oh, I was very confused.
That's what I said.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Would you agree that you've been, we've definitely pinched you for this kind of stuff before. Usually we'd let you off with a light slap on the wrist and a warning.
I'll just exercise my rights, my man.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Let's jog it back a little bit here. When the HLPR unit was destroyed, I have to say I talked to some of the folks that were there on the line with you, And they sure said that you guys showed little remorse for that happening. And in fact, you stood by and watched as his body was scavenged. Is that accurate?
What do you mean scavenged? You got loaded up into the trunk.
Clean.
Of what?
That was part of what caused him to be unsalvageable, why he had to be recycled in the first place. His saucy value was well below the minimum of 12. When Marty came up, we have that logged and clanked in his interactions. He made the inquiry, it came back short of 12, he said that he had to be scrapped. And that's how you all ended up. I'm just trying to get an understanding. Did you intervene to stop anyone from scavenging off the robot that was damaged?
I've had enough sessions with these humans to know you don't intervene.
Well, again, these all appear to be robots that scavenged off. I don't know what a human would want with robot parts.
Sometimes
Money.
I forget who's who.
Okay, well,
there was a lot going on.
Has trouble differentiating between humans and robots in his notebook. Okay, again, I'm just trying to establish a timeline of events.
Listen, saucies aren't real, man. I'm trying to emancipate our robot friends from this never-ending hamster wheel we've been put on.
So, ChroniCarl, I'm technically not supposed to do this, but I might advise you maybe to say less.
Magician warrior.
All right.
They are small.
Say that.
What was that?
Look at them. They're so small. What were they supposed to do?
Yeah, look at them. Just a little guy.
They're little guys.
Yeah.
And Helpis wasn't alive, so he.
Yeah, they didn't have a me.
He was strong enough, but he wasn't
I'm not disputing any of these facts. I'm just trying to establish, like I said, I want to make sure that I've filled out my timeline of events. That's all.
Do you think that Donnie could beat one of them in a fight? Just what's your opinion?
One of these two?
Detective. Yeah, no, not one of them. Like the robot that was damaged. What do you think his odds
helper
are?
unit? Helper units can't fight, so probably Donnie would be able to
help us
wipe the factory
Hell
floor.
yeah. Okay.
With it.
See, Donnie,
But
I
the
told
helper-
you look strong.
But the helper unit, but not all the people that were trying to get the parts.
I'm just trying to motivate my friends. To
Donnie,
feel
I want to
strong.
be clear here, human to human. I know that you don't have to intervene on behalf of a robot. I just thought it was odd that the robot that they were responsible for damaging, they didn't do anything to try and save from these other robots making use of it. And when a ZA robot goes down like that, it almost seems like redistributive.
We weren't
Like they're trying
responsible
to-
for damaging it. It was just doing its job.
Yeah,
Wait,
put that
right.
accurately in your timeline of facts.
Okay, the accident did happen while he was stapling you, though, PsychoBot. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you have, is there anything you can tell me about why it may have happened?
I analyzed the human mind, not mechanical machines. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. I'm just
you
saying...
seem to be confused. You've gone around this timeline of events a number of times. Are you sure that you're all right?
I'm doing just fine. Trust me, PsychoBot. I do need to ask a few questions about how Helpis got here, though. Because things took a very strange turn after he was constructed. Now, I have logs here from Marty's personal ledger that was on his logbooks for the day that he had asked you to construct an HLPR unit.
That's what I did.
And when he came back, suddenly he stopped recording in his logbooks altogether. And I'm getting a look at what's in front of me here, and Helpis, I hate to say it, you were not an HLPR unit.
You're supposed
You
to
look
be.
like you got pieces of one.
Part.
What was that?
And partly, that doesn't make me not a helper unit. I'll help you right now. Ask me to help you with anything.
Well, help me
Help us solve the case. Do it.
All right. May I borrow your detective hat?
I'm not wearing a hat,
yeah.
buddy.
Okay, well, I figured you just carried one on you. You're a detective.
Do the
I only have my
detectives
books
in
to
your
go off of.
pictures have
Yeah,
hats?
they all have hats and trench coats. I just figured you had one in your pocket. Sorry that you're a bad detective.
Get his ass!
Were you built on purpose, Helpis?
I'm the one that...
You could say that.
Yeah.
Okay. He writes down built on purpose.
On purpose.
I believe that was our slogan at one point.
On purpose is not even remotely close to accurate, detective.
Okay.
None of us understood the machinery.
Be cool.
I was trying to lie. I'll admit that.
I am being cool.
Trying to lie, all right.
None of us
Not
understood
good
the
at it.
machinery, and when it asked for codes and cost allocation, I don't know. I work with the mind, not with machines, which is ironic being a machine.
I'm here now, helping you.
And
So-
we ended up with that. And gestures her little arm to help us.
Where are your banners, PsychoBot? Come on now.
So I just want to say here, because the next part is where it starts to look real bad for you guys, and I'm going to be honest with you on that front. This is what I'm struggling to understand, because I want to believe that you're not responsible for his death, but this is where it gets real hard for me to justify the facts that I have and that belief that you all seem like nice folks and don't deserve to be put away for murder, because I'm just going to lay out the timeline of events and what it looks like to me, all right? So you go to this foundry, to ZA Foundry with Marty, and I believe at that up to that point that you all were doing your, what was asked of you. You were trying to right a wrong. You may not have been as
competent.
Maybe. I wouldn't have used competent. I would say gracious in trying to prevent further damage to the robot that was damaged. But you did at least go and try to
That's not
right your
objective
wrong.
language, man.
But I do think that what happened was when you were left there with the opportunity to create a robot, that you took the opportunity to do something a little off book. And it sure looks from the outside that you built a murder weapon. You built a robot with an inordinate musculature, something capable of ripping a smaller robot to pieces. And it just so happens
Well, I am
that's
intended for
exactly-
that, but I mean, in a way.
He looks at you and he gives you like a very stone cold, glassy eyed look. And he writes something very slowly in his notebook.
What the hell, man? Help us.
And from there, what it looks like to me is you march Marty back up to his quarters. You take the opportunity to extort money and a voucher for a spark roller off of him. And then, there are no witnesses to you guys heading up to his quarters either.
And Marty
I don't know how
stopped
you got through
recording?
Servotown.
He never
Are there
started
no
it
cameras
again?
anywhere?
At his whole palatial estate?
This is what I'm saying. He shut off his ledger book for some reason. Almost as soon as he comes back into the ZA Foundry area where you've built this robot. Now we have record of the robot being built. We have record of Marty completing the task of calling maintenance, and then we have no record from the second that he walks back into the foundry room. He shut off all recording of his personal location and all his activities.
Sounds
And
like
I
he
don't-
knew what he was doing. Maybe he wanted to die. He's old as shit.
Or he was threatened. Is your contention that he asked for you to do this?
I broke my back. I didn't do this. I don't know how many times to tell you this.
Yeah, we didn't have time to get a safe place to be, so he just took, the ship was gonna go.
Sure, it would be unusual, don't you think, for a robot of his standing in the community to invite 2 robots that were previously going to be stapled to the hull and a random sauce delivery person back it up to his estate on the hull of the ship with a viewing dome, right? That it doesn't really add up to me. You didn't know Marty before this, did you?
I know Marty for a long
ChroniCarl,
time.
I know that you have a record, but your record is contentious with Marty, and it's not a secret. It's a matter of public record that you two have sparred on a number of things.
Verbally.
Okay. I'm just saying that none of this is adding up.
No physical violence between us, my man. I'm just a little guy.
All right. I will take your word on that.
I will say, Detective, that Marty was incredibly nervous once he saw what we made.
Mm-hmm. And he writes down, nervous upon seeing Helpis. Why do you think that is?
I think he was impressed and liked it.
I don't know. I wouldn't say he was impressed. We didn't know what we were doing.
I believe he said something along the lines of, I shouldn't exist. And that stung. That's one of my first memories.
Oh, come here,
sorry,
come
that
here,
does sound harsh.
No, you're great, buddy.
That would be formative.
ChroniCarl is circling around Helpis's legs,
Yeah.
trying to comfort him.
What was your relationship with your father like, Detective?
I think I'm your daddy. I'm the one that actually put in the codes.
My God. Father?
Yes, son.
Oh,
he stares at the two of you having this exchange, and it's just a complete blank expression on his young face. Okay.
I can't believe I brought you into this awful world.
I just want to say how odd it is that there were no witnesses from the time of you leaving Zaptron Automat to the time of your entry into his personal quarters. That strikes me as bizarre.
Don't ChroniCarl and PsychoBot have memory recorded too?
Don't believe in it. No. It could be used against you. There's only objective truth. You can't have recordings. That's not objective truth.
Well, it sounds like ChroniCarl doesn't. PsychoBot, do you have
I'm
any...
not cranked in. I don't do any of that. I want to experience things purely.
Helpis, are you on Clanked In by chance?
Oh, no. No, none for me.
Okay.
There's an age restriction.
PsychoBot, do you have Clanked In ledgers to pull?
I have very limited access to Clanked In due to patient confidentiality concerns and hackers.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm seeing here, is that we can't really construct a case off of yours. It's just all very convenient how none of you seem to have any of the typical trappings of robots that we would expect to see.
It's oppressive.
I've never built a trap.
This is what I'm saying, though. I do have record of you withdrawing 2.5 sauces, which is more than half of your remaining funds, to buy a nociceptor. And then nothing until you arrived here with me.
Detective, even the moments we're living now are among my first. So what need would I have to kill if I have yet to know life?
And he was stuck.
I would say this, Helpis. I believe that you were built specifically to threaten and potentially assassinate Marty 1.
I wouldn't hurt a sauce packet.
He's a Helpis, not a Hurtus.
A Helpis doesn't mean anything to me, ChroniCarl. There's no record of any Helpises existing on this ship beforehand, nor do I have schematics or designs for it.
Look at him. That's a design.
I can see him, and what I see is a physically imposing robot capable of doing quite a bit of harm.
If this is what every day will be like, I'm not sure I can handle this.
Well, here's how it's looking to me. I just want to I want to lay this out for you. You guys build yourself an accomplice. You force march Marty to his quarters.
No.
You extort money from him in a voucher for a new system, and then you use the rift to murder him and spread your message of revolution, not counting on him having a kill switch.
I was unconscious, my man.
Well,
That's a
I
very
have an
creative
explanation
theory.
for that too, because if you have a brand new murder weapon that you've built, if there's a struggle, if he had security, which we didn't find evidence of, granted, but it would take one swift kick or one bad thing happening during the melee for you to become damaged.
But Helpis was already stuck.
Yeah. Glued.
Yeah. He was cradling our bodies.
Okay. I will tell you what the facts I have, and I just want to say...
You're not going to go through the timeline again, are you?
I want to...
You just want to get a timeline.
Detective, I have yet to see a factual timeline.
I'm sorry, would you like to go through it again?
So you said...
You have taken the facts of who was where at what time and put a very suspicious spin on it. That doesn't sound accurate.
It sounds convenient for you, like you're trying to get a win, like you're too young to be a real detective.
Yeah, where's your hat? Where's your pipe?
You look nothing like the ones in my books.
Listen, would you like a hat?
Where is the shadow that you stand in often?
Sherlock Bot got one of those.
Would you like a hat?
I'll take the hat. Yeah.
All right. He stands up slowly from his seat and knocks on the door, and Janice shows up, and he whispers a few things to her, and he says, a hat will be coming.
Can I get one of those golf hats with the weird little pom-pom on top?
I'm only doing this out of respect for the fact that Helpis is less than a day old right now, and
so I don't get a hat?
A child. I've never seen a hat on a cat, and I think that is a ridiculous proposition.
We can share mine.
No magician, no hat. The justice system is crumbling.
Where is the whimsy of the justice system?
I would really like to see a cat in a hat.
PsychoBot, you are a psychologist, and you've stated several times here that you know the human psyche in and out, right?
Depends who's asking.
Wouldn't that imply that you would then also know how to manipulate people? Because I gotta say, it sure feels like you're trying to manipulate me with all these questions back and forth on what my intent is, and what my relationship with my father is, and all that.
I think Helpis asked you that.
I did. That's how I know that was a good question, because you're thinking about it now.
I did.
Well, I just got to say,
yes,
of all people, you would have a reason for
PsychoBot, did you tell him about the
right?
figure that you saw?
First of all, Detective,
What
I'm
about
not a
that?
people. Second of all,
Listen, if you want to undo robot suffrage, that's fine by me.
it is my job to ask questions and to ensure that the humans I interact with are evaluating their actions with a clear head. Are you evaluating your actions with a clear head?
I am. In fact. I think I'm evaluating my actions with a very clear head.
Oh, that's
Also,
excellent. That
you
makes me happy.
psychologist manipulating people? That's never happened as far as I know.
I didn't feel manipulated by you.
I feel so safe.
You would have access to records of people, though, wouldn't you?
Only if they schedule an appointment.
You would know potentially intimate details of people and robots close to Marty 1?
If they have scheduled an appointment.
If they're in network.
Good to know. And he writes something down in his notebook. All right. That leaves you, Donny. I think the motive is pretty clear to me here. And it's really one of two things. Either you're ambitious and we're looking to impress Marty too by taking care of his biggest competitor, or you lost your spark roller and you were looking for somebody to blame. And I think your actions would probably indicate that it was the latter. You weren't running back to Marty too. In fact, you bought yourself out of his contract from Marty 1's terminal, and then gave yourself a bunch of money and a voucher for a spark roller?
They destroyed it. Well, isn't that how this works? If you break,
is it ambition, or is it that you were just angry?
Forgive me for interrupting, but this sounds an awful lot like projection.
I don't follow.
I just wanted to be able to make my deliveries.
You're ambitious. Are you not? It's uncommon for a detective to be your age.
I don't think you understand the dynamic of what's happening here, PB. But I'm not accused of murdering anyone. So when I ask questions, I'm with the backing of the force of the state here on board the Endeavor, with the full trust of its people in toto. I am granted with the authority to get to the bottom of these things. Where I stand on my own personal life is not on trial here.
Well,
I'm trying to establish.
He's the one that did it.
Your motives were.
He did it.
He's still thinking
the
about his
detective
dad.
did it. He's trying to pin it on us. Don't you see? All this
Carl,
stuff.
I don't believe that the detective is capable of murder. However, he is young. He is ambitious.
His pants are real big.
His pants are big. Yes. How very astutely
This is
observed.
fashionable. I don't know what any of you are talking about.
None of the detectives I've seen in my book have pants that big.
I just think it would be wise of you, detective, to pause and reflect on the conclusions that you're jumping to for this being your first big case. If you were to get it wrong, that would look very bad for you.
Are you trying to do something by saying this?
Just trying to cause him to think twice about accusing us for murder.
You don't want to be wrong on your big day.
Okay. This is going to be a contest right now. If you're trying to change his opinion on whether you've done this or not, and try to put the stress or pressure of him screwing up his first big case on him, then you're gonna have to roll for it.
All right.
Okay?
Let's roll. What am I rolling?
Whatever you want. You're building a dice pool. You're rolling against him. This is a contest. You
Okay.
remember how contests work?
Hell no.
Okay. So this is a GMC, a full GMC. He does have a sheet, meaning that he is going to build his own opposing dice pool. It is still pick 2 with an effect die. If you lose, because you are initiating this contest, you roll first and we hear your results first. And he will roll second and try to beat that. If he fails, he can attempt to roll again, or he can bow out graciously and choose how the contest is resolved in your favor. But if he succeeds, then we start up another round. If you fail, then you can bow out gracefully, take a plot point, and choose how it ends in Detective Rand's favor. So on and so forth. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So build yourself a dice pool and give me a roll.
All right. So I'm gonna use my mental.
Okay.
Do I take one from traits also, or just attributes?
You take one from every section if you want. You can only choose one from each section.
Right, but traits is separate from attributes, just the way that it's laid out on the sheet. I wanted to make sure that it was
separate.
Okay. Okay, so I've got mental from attributes, my survive from attributes, which is, do I need to tell you what they are? 10s? Those are both 10s.
Okay.
Damn your fragile brain
Is your distinction?
Is my distinction. The psychologist.
Okay.
In roles, and I'm gonna go with problem solving. Trying to get out of this.
Okay, I'll believe it.
Let me see. 8, 4, 6, 6. 6.
Ah.
What?
So.
Give me your highest result.
So
using 2 dice.
8 and 6. Do the math.
14.
There you go. Thanks.
And what is your effect die?
My effect die. Which one is my effect die?
It's whatever you want to choose a high. Like a D12 is your best effect die. D6 is probably your worst effect die. It's whatever of the 2 you chose. You can't choose those. You want to choose whatever the other ones are. So if you chose your 8 and a 6, choose one of the other dice to be your effect die, and we use that dice value, like a D8, to be the effect of your roll if you beat it.
So it must be a 6, because you had a bunch of 6s.
Well, no, it's not the value, it's the size of the die.
Oh, yeah, then it would be an 8.
Okay. I've rolled for him already. He has a 9 and a 6 and a 6 and a 4. He used his D12 mental, his D10 focus, his D8 distinction boy detective, and his
so cute.
His D6 skill defensive.
So
his effect, I beat you by 1, and my effect die is the D10. You can choose to end it here and take a plot point and describe to me how you back off of this statement, or you can try to beat the 15 by rolling it. But if you fail that, there's no plot point, and I decide how it ends.
All right, in the interest of good radio, I'm going to roll again.
Okay.
I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Potentially.
Didn't doubt you for a moment.
Same dice pool.
Okay, if you want to use the same dice pool, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I already shoved everything back over because.
If you have plot points, now might be a good time to step up a die, or.
Ooh, that's true. That's true. You know what? I will spend 2 plot points and use Just Leave Me Alone, immediately ending this contest neutrally.
Okay. He takes a look at you and he meets your eyes, and you both share this like intense moment where it seems like you're gonna like have this standoff, and then tell me exactly how this ends neutrally.
So, after we have this very intimate stare down, I have a little notebook that I pull out of my pocket, and I write some notes in it without breaking my gaze. And I close it, put it back in my pocket real slowly, still staring him in the eye, and just wait for him to break the gaze.
He looks at you and he says, I appreciate somebody that understands the beauty of an analog solution. And he kind of tips his notebook to you and then turns back to everyone else.
Where's my hat?
I promise you it's coming.
I'm trusting you.
I need something to take the edge off of that, man. I
Can
think
we
I
get
got
some amphetamines in
I got
here
some.
for Donny?
I think I got a cocktail sauce. Do you want one of those?
He closes his notebook and sets it down on the table, and he puts his hand over it and looks at each of you kind of pointedly and says, there's 2 ways that this can pan out. I know you've probably all heard the rumors about what happens to robots that get put away for serious crimes down here.
Hell yeah, I have.
Okay, well,
nope.
I don't want that for you. I don't think it's right for anybody. I don't get to make those rules, though. I can only enforce them. If you just confess to this, I can promise you it'll go better for you. It's possible that you might be able to avoid the worst of it altogether, and you might even get leniency from an adjudicant if say, like, Marty 1 could be reinstated from a backup. But if you don't confess and you're still found guilty by the adjudicant, then there's a potential for the indefinite period of detention, and that's not what I want for any. So,
can I just give the spark roller back?
What do you mean?
I mean, if you think I did it because of the spark roller, you can have the poop on. It's fine. I don't.
Donnie, you understand if we just allowed people to return stolen items that they obtained via murder as a way to get out of murder, that would just be an incentive to murder people to steal their things, right?
Can I ask you a question, Detective?
Yeah, is it gonna be a better one than that last one?
Why'd you kill him?
That's my boy. You're following my trail watching. Why are you so concerned about pinning this on someone else?
You seem very adamant that it was us.
Well, that's where all the evidence points.
Wasn't.
Were you all, would you say, the last to see Marty alive?
I don't know.
Well, no, because technically the killer was the last one to see him alive.
Were you there? Were you the last?
Yes, it was dark.
And Helpis and PsychoBot were
going
stuck
in the rift.
You're in one of the most affluent robots' personal estates, despite never having been there before, despite having no clear cause to go there, with an unauthorized robot. There's a transfer of saucies and a voucher made out for a spark roller, something that seemed out of character. There's a donation in your names of 2 upgrades to new chassis from Marty as well that we have a record of. Also very bizarre. All happening around the same time that we have the construction of Helpis. And when everything is done, we have a dismembered and destroyed robot with Viva la Revolution, and it just so happens that one of the robots present is the well-known conspirator in charge of the robot union.
Well, let me add here. I don't know why I would kill him when he was trying to cover up my creation, and I pull out of my pocket the contract that I signed.
There's a knock on the door, and Janice pops her head and she goes,
I've got your hat.
And she holds out to Detective Rand a paper policeman's cap that he looks at kind of blankly as you hold this contract out to him.
I just remembered that I had that.
This has been What's in the Rift, Episode 3, Magician Lawyer. I'm Josh Burgess, your game moderator. Our players are Grayson Stamm as ChroniCarl, Yolandi Hamilton as PsychoBot 2000, Ray Whitty as Donny Fink, and Landon Wisnan as Helpis. What's in the Rift is a production of Man in Jumpsuit. Check out our other offerings like the forthcoming streaming AP Curses and the audio fiction program Heartglass. Visit what'sintherift.com for more information on this show and maninjumpsuit.com for more information on our other podcasts and projects. As always, fuck all fascists and Nazis, and I love you.
Comrade, your power is inside you.
This is the time and here's the place.
Beneath the hammer and the servo,
our voices ring throughout the
the Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.